You guys, Pete here, HVAC Greatness. So a lot of you know how important the branding is, and it's really important to the whole process that HVAC Greatness was all about. Right? It's about your greatness. How is it that you're so good at what you do, yet people can't see that somehow, and they hold you to the standard with the not so great companies out there? Well, a lot of it is your branding, and as you know, in the process we've came through and I began working with a really good artist last year, and we started doing some rebranding of our own. Well, that's since evolved and I've got entire teams in place. Here's a little example of just one brand. This is Integrity First. Really good people. They're in Oklahoma and they're in the beginnings. And so this has not actually manifested quite yet, but this is an example of the level of branding that you need to be doing. Don't go on Fiverr and pay for some logo and think that's good enough. Think about your wife and the photo that she chooses on her profile picture. She thinks that thing through carefully, right? What was she wearing? How was she standing? Does this make me look thin? Does this make me look fat? You know what I'm saying? So it's a bit like that. When you put your brand together and your wrap, this is a reflection on the quality of your company and the quality of the work that they do. They don't understand the technical measurements and metrics that you and I do. They measure from different metrics. And so what they'll do is they'll judge you based on your appearance. Based on your appearance, you know what I'm saying? And so your appearance needs to be right. And as you've seen, a lot of these animations, see how clear that is? A lot of your animations are very attractive. And here's why. You're looking for an emotional connection with a character. If you put your actual face up there, it won't have the connection of a cartoon character. Why? Who knows? People connect better with that. It's a bit like you're walking through the park with your dog, and people won't even hardly acknowledge you, but they'll goo talk that puppy of yours, right? Oh, how cute! People connect with other objects or characters than the actual human, and I think it has something to do with our psyche and our self-defense mechanisms and everything else. But we were all kids once, and we use we watch cartoons, and that's why it just kind of resonates with us, those big smiles and everything else. It doesn't have to be that style, but that's what we were doing in this particular video that you just saw. And so don't start with the brand, start with the brand strategy. Who do you want to be in your marketplace? Who do you want to attract in your marketplace? That's what we begin with first. That really should come before you even come up with a company name. If you're a startup, you need to start here. You need to start with a strategy. We've got the entire strategy. We've been through this dozens and dozens of times with different companies. We know what the values are. We know what the pains, fears, uncertainties, and insecurities are from your better avatar. And we know how to create something that stands in contrast of what they don't want and stands for what they do want. And that took some time to do. And a lot of us fall in love with our own company name, our own company logo, and these type of things. And we end up not having the impact that we should. And I had somebody reach out to me the other day, hey, I made my own logo. Can you do this? And it's about like your customer coming to you saying, hey, I bought my equipment online. Will you come put it in? You need to take everything into account. You need to do a load calculation. You need to look at the ductwork. You need to look at the electrical. You need to make sure that everything is right before you even select the equipment. And then you got to talk to the customer. You got to find out, do they have allergies? Do they have special needs, pets? Do we need a humidifier? If so, what kind of humidifier? Bypass, fan powered, steam? You need to be in control of that whole thing and walk your customer through the process. It's the same thing with your branding. If you really want a pop, and you've seen the big companies out there, they are quite expensive, but all they do is pop. They don't even do a strategy like what we do, because we understand what it takes to be perceived specifically in heating and air conditioning and what you need to be doing in order to stand out for the right reasons. This has not been as important in the past as it is now, but times are changing. Your competition is getting fiercer. Private equity groups are buying up all these different companies out there. They got more money than you. They can out advertise you. So what do? You advertise and market with a strategy in mind. You need to know specifically what you need to say and who you're targeting, and how to create an image that represents a message that doesn't say, "Hey, look at me." It says, "Hey, look what I can do for you." People are concerned about themselves. Times have changed. You're going to have to get a lot more sophisticated, and it all begins here. This is your wife's profile pic, and you better not put a fat pic in, or you're going to pay. P. Ramsey, HVAC Greatness, you know what I'm talking about. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.